But then that's the reason because the former Vice President Kamala Harris went to the inauguration of the lady President Xiomara Castro. And this same day, at the same time that they were having a meeting, the Vice President Harris and the President Xiomara Castro, was the time in which they were putting my indictment over here. You see how synchronized it was?
Okay, so the same day that this meeting happens, this picture right here, which is Kamala Harris
Yes.
and Xiomara Castro
Yes.
are meeting. On that same day, you get indicted?
Yes.
Same exact day?
The same exact day.
Okay, so now, so what the average person would speculate is the fact that they came in, supported her to indict you, to say, you do that, we'll back you up. Is that what you're speculating or what happened?
It is not a speculation. It is what is happening. But also, in addition to that, you see this. The left in Honduras is really close with the left in Venezuela. They are so close that you see the connection with the Attorney General Pam Bondi said it about 3-4 months ago, that the Honduran government was receiving money to allow drugs coming from Venezuela passing through Mexico. She said it because she knew something about that. And have you heard about the Cartel de los Soles? That's the cartel in Venezuela. The thing is this. When I was in office, I called the Venezuelan ambassador during my first term, and I told Mr. Ambassador, we have a problem. Two things. A lot of Venezuelans are here in Honduras. They are claiming that your government is having a repression. You don't allow them to go to the street, and you don't respect the result of the elections. And the other thing is, look at these maps. Look at these traces. You know, flights coming from Venezuela to Honduras. I said, I already spoke to the president in Colombia, and they are helping us to stop that. Because in my government, we create like a maritime chill in the Atlantic and an aerial chill in the air and land chills to stop drugs coming through our territory. And so I am going to ask you, ask the president of your country to help us to stop this. And I asked him 3 times. And at the end, I said, if you don't have an answer in the next 15 days, you are going to have to leave my country because you don't want to help us with the main problem that we have. And at the end, he said, I haven't had any answer from my government.
And this is Venezuela?
This is Venezuela. The same guys. So the left in Honduras and the left in Venezuela, they started a campaign saying that they were calling me a dictator because I was using the military to stop violence. Then they said narco dictatorship. But the reason because they launched that campaign was because they were trying to hide the links that the Libre party, the very left party in Honduras, had with the narcos. Now it is public, a video that I couldn't see it properly during my trial because I didn't have the time. I see it with more time after my trial. And the video is so clear. The brother of the former president, who is the brother-in-law of the lady president, was seated with the main narcos in Honduras, making deals saying, the narcos was saying, the only chance that we have is for these guys to win. And if they win, they're going to get rid of the extradition and the other laws that I had created when I was a speaker. At that time, were about three weeks before the election that I won to Xiomara Castro. But also they said, if we don't do this, we are, I don't want to say the word, but it was a curse word, they were going to be very complicated. And so that video is exculpatory, but they didn't allow me to use it in my trial.
Is that video public?
It is public.
And is it in Spanish or is it in English?
It is in Spanish and translated to English.
Do we have that video?
I'm going to find it right now.
I think you do. And
Was it in the email that was sent to him?
I think so.
Okay. Can you look for, and what would be the video if he wanted to look for it? What word should he type to find the video? Xiomara?
No, was Carlos Zelaya.
Type in Control F Carlos.
Carlos Zelaya and Narcos. Could be Libre Narcos meeting. And at the end, they were in an agreement saying that they were going to support with, I think was $650,000 and some other help to win the election. So they wanted the radical left to win the election in order for me to lose, because they know what's going to happen if I win. And when I won, we seized almost $1 billion. And this guy was the same guy who was on my trial. And when he was asked, if you are accusing Juan Orlando of this, do you have any evidence? And he said, no, I don't have anything. Do you have any record of calls? Do you have a video? You have an audio? Do you have a document? I don't have. But you do have a lot of videos from other people. And he said, yes, I did. And this is also that I haven't said it before. When I was reviewing my they call it discovery, I saw the interviews that this guy have with the DEA. They met in Belize, and this meeting was published by the New York Times a week before I won the election. Mm-hmm. They were started to have a meeting to work together. So he was asked, he and his brother, tell us the names of the Honduran politicians, public officials, that you work with and you paid them in order to do your business of narco trafficking. So they give a lot of names, but they didn't mention my name. And at that time, I was the most recognized politician because I just a couple of weeks have won the election. Why they didn't mention me at all for 3 years that they were talking with the DA? They mentioned me after because they knew that was the jail-free card that they need. And when he was asked on trial, so tell us, why did you leave Honduras and came to the United States? And he said, well, because we were afraid of the extradition. We were afraid of being incarcerated in Honduras. And so how he was saying that he was protected. And this is the kind of witnesses that they presented in my trial.
So that's interesting. So Kamala comes in. Xiomara's brother was involved. Rob, do you have that clip?
I do.
So let's look at this here. Can you go back and verify what he just said? You just had something pulled up right there. September 2024, an investigative organization and Cite Crime released a video recorded in 2013 that purportedly showed Carlos Zelaya, which is the brother, a prominent congressman and brother of current First Gentleman Manuel Zelaya, at a meeting with the leaders of Los Cachiros, drug trafficking organization. The discussion in the video, the drug traffickers discussed offering more than $525,000 in bribes, some of which claimed would go to the commander, an apparent reference to Manuel Zelaya, Xiomara Castro's husband. Aftermath, Carlos Zelaya acknowledged that the meeting did take place and he resigned from his leadership position in Congress, but stated he was unaware that individuals' illicit businesses. President Castro described her brother-in-law's actions as a deplorable error. So now, somebody can say the following to you, respectfully. Somebody could say, okay, that's obviously makes sense. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscan Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.